Jai Sri Ram, friends. Welcome to Bharat Marg. Welcome, Vinay ji. Thank you for joining us. We are so happy to have you here today. It's going to be an incredible discussion, folks. India burst the Canadian PM's lie. Okay, that's what we are going to talk about. Justin Trudeau, a laughing stock. Is that right? Yes or no? Let's discuss about it. India is cooperating with the US on investigation, but not Canada's due to the difference in evidence shared. This is about the Kalistani terrorist Niger gets murdered right here in Canada. Okay, Kalistani heartbeat goes for a toss by PM Modi. We will discuss all these things, folks. What India is doing before this, what Trudeau was saying, everything we'll discuss about it. But before going further, friends, please make sure to like the video, comment on the video, share the video with as many people, friends, because with your help only we will able to reach out to the people around the world and expose the truth. Also, friends, please make sure to subscribe Bharat Marg channel if you didn't already, and also press the notification bell to stay connected so that you can get connected with us whenever we go live and ask any questions, give your feedback and more. And we also send out one dharmic message every day, and you can get it regarding Sanatan Dharma by sending a message to +1 WhatsApp message to +1 647 964 4790, and you and your family can stay connected to Sanatan Dharma. Welcome, Vinay ji. Thank you for joining us. You know,
Thank you.
India is taking Trudeau to cleaners. Means what is happening? See, the High Commissioner is saying clearly, this is about the Kalistani terrorist and the drug lord who was running the Gurudwara, Guru Nanak Gurudwara in Calgary. We are talking about that murder. And India burst Canadian PM lie, and Justin Trudeau a laughing stock. See, the India says we are cooperating with Pannu killing. He is still alive. I don't know for how long, but he is alive. You know, but not with Canada due to the difference in evidence shared, says the High Commissioner. Okay, and PM Modi really taking Kalistani heartbeat Canada for a toss. Vinayji, how do you see this? Just some time before, Trudeau and his administration were saying, "Oh, India is cooperating with us. India is cooperating in Niger killing and all those things." And now Indian High Commissioner says, "No, no, no. This man is lying, and we are not cooperating with him." How do you see this?
So, just to give a quick background to the viewers, listeners, so Hardeep Singh Nijjar, a Canadian citizen, a Sikh separatist leader, a wanted terrorist, a dreaded terrorist who carried AK-47 not in India, not in the forests of Afghanistan, but in Canada. He carried an AK-47 for shooting practice. And this man has had a lot of rivals, a lot of enemies, and he was assassinated in front
And
of
he
his
was in drug business, big time drug distributor.
in front of his own Gurudwara, where he was the chairman or president of the Gurudwara in Surrey, BC. And the killers, they scooted off after assassinating him, and the police and RCMP are investigating, but they have still not found who the killers were. And there was a big hue and cry in the Sikh community, especially the Kalistanis, the terrorist supporters, and the terrorists. I mean, supporters. When I mean supporters, I'm talking about the New Democratic Party (NDP) chief Jagmeet Singh. So unfortunately, when all this happened, they were kind of wondering what happened, right? I mean, it happened within seconds, and the killers took off. And now the problem was they had to find this particular thing, and there was a lot of animosity within the Kalistani. I mean, they've always hated the government. It's like 84 when they killed the Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, the Kalistanis, I mean. They said, oh, Congress party basically persecuted us, and they all came in as, refugees to Canada. And after that, now they're saying it's the BJP government. BJP had nothing to do with any of this stuff. So when they were actually persecuted after the assassination of Indira Gandhi, hundreds and thousands of Sikhs were targeted, and many of them were killed and whatever. So by the Congress workers. So this is the background, right? And unfortunately, now Khalistanis basically said, oh, we have to blame somebody, so let's blame India. So as soon as they blamed India, obviously NDP chief must have talked to the Prime Minister Trudeau, and Trudeau brought it up.
And he pulled his ear. He would have pulled his ears.
Yeah, and he basically said, Trudeau said that Indian government agents killed Niger. They had some kind of evidence, right? So basically, they said that the Indian government and Indian government agents killed Niger. So this is the background. Now, right after that, the Canadian government started saying, okay, we need Indian government to help us in this investigation, support us in the investigation, give us all the information that they know of, and blah blah blah, right? So India said, not until you give us the evidence that you have or you had in whatever, July, August, or in September, actually September 19th, Trudeau announced this in the parliament, and they said that September 19th, you come in openly, boldly, and say that India or Indian agents killed Niger. Now show us the evidence. So how you must have had some preliminary evidence, right? So share that evidence with us, and we will help you with the investigation. We will support you in the investigation. But up until now, it's almost 5-6 months since the statement from Trudeau, and about 8-9 months since the killing of Niger. Not a single evidence has been shared with India or Indian government, right? So I don't know if this was substantiated or unsubstantiated evidence, whatever, but they're not willing to share it with India. So India never agreed to help or support the investigation. But Mr. Trudeau kind of changed the whole narrative, and the National Security Advisor for Canada, Jody Thomas, even in like most recently as late January, she said India was now cooperating on the case. Okay. And they started saying that, I think probably in November, December timeframe, that India has
after the Canadian diplomats were kicked out.
Yeah, so India has agreed to cooperate and all that stuff, right? So then as late as January, 29th or 28th, something around that time frame, Jody Thomas said that India is still cooperating on the case. And the funny thing is, Jody Thomas was actually it was in the last days of her tenure, so she was basically finishing up her tenure as the NSA. So this is the background, and this is what has happened. Now, a couple of days ago, Sanjay Kumar Verma, that is the ambassador, or I should not say ambassador, because Canada is a commonwealth and India is a commonwealth, so we call them high commissioners. Okay, so the High Commissioner of India to Canada, Sanjay Kumar Verma, was in an interview with the Canadian Globe and Mail newspaper. So he said that India will not provide information to investigators until Canada shares evidence it has gathered on the murder, which I just told you about. Okay. So basically, he said, he asserted that New Delhi was not cooperating with Ottawa in the investigation of the murder of Canadian citizen Hardeep Singh Nijjar. Okay, so this basically contradicts the words of the outgoing Canadian National Security Advisor, Jody Thomas.
Means, how do you say? Do they wanted to look good? Why they were lying through the nose? Canadian authorities and
So
Justin Trudeau
this is the
gangs.
problem, right? Like when somebody gives a statement or a narrative, very seldom the other party comes back and counters it, unless it's harming them in any which
But
way.
it is absolutely, it is like, it is a blatant counter. Means, we are not cooperating with you. Sorry, guys.
Exactly. So basically, I'm not sure exactly why Canada decided to lie about it, that India was cooperating.
Maybe they wanted a soft pedal back
Probably, or
and they wanted
whatever,
to look good to the
probably wanted
public.
to establish a good relationship with India. They wanted to start something, to lie about it in some way or another. And I'm not sure exactly why, but let's not go into the reasoning, because Trudeau has got a bunch of reasoning for everything that he takes. I mean, every action that he does, right? Yesterday in the Canadian Parliament, Polivier said that it just came out. The truth just came out that it was not the Speaker of the House who had invited the Nazi when the Ukrainian president came to Canada. Okay. It was actually the Prime Minister's office that had invited the Nazi.
And they let the speaker go
and
as a goat.
And as a scapegoat, they chopped the head off of the speaker. So basically, they let the speaker go. Okay, so poor guy lost his job, and then everything was silent. But then the the opposition leader Pierre Polivier of a conservative leader, he found out, he came to know through reports that it actually was the Prime Minister's office that actually had personally invited the Nazi to the parliament when Ukrainian president was invited as well at the same time. So Polivier said, Mr. Trudeau, you let the speaker go. Speaker resigned because he was apparently accused of inviting the Nazi. Now that we have come to know the facts that it was the Prime Minister's office that invited the Nazi, are you going to resign? This was his question. Okay. So Trudeau's answer was, rather than defending it or saying something, oh, you're against Ukrainians. This is not right. I'm going to make it a big deal that Conservative Party leader Mr. Pierre Polivier is against the Ukrainians. Oh, it's so bad. How can they be bad against Ukraine? Ukraine is suffering in the war. This is not right. So he just kind of digressed and went off into a totally different topic, right? So this is what Trudeau is extremely good at doing. He was a drama teacher, you know that, right? So basically,
and a black-faced drama teacher.
exactly. So he, rather than going and finding a job either as a stuntman, or I mean, he would definitely not work as a hero in Hollywood. He should have gone to work in a stunt movie or something like that. I don't know, just as a stunt double, right? He decided he's going to become the Prime Minister of Canada, and he's doing a very bad job at it. And unfortunately, he lies all the way. And this is what this is the latest lies or the truth that came out.
Okay, Vinay, I want to ask you. On the one hand, okay, let's talk about U.S. India stand with U.S. Okay, on one hand, India says we are cooperating with the U.S. Okay, and one hand, U.S. is blaming. Oh, you are killing the Joker Pannu, Kalistani terrorist Joker Pannu. Okay, but he is still alive and things like that. On the other hand, US goes on to sell $4 billion worth of drones to Bharat.
Right.
Means, is that a drama baji on the front and the business on the back? What's happening really?
India-US relationship, I don't think has been, is severed or is in on the decline or whatever. The Canada, because of the Canadian issues and whatever, doesn't mean that India-US relationships have declined. I'll make it very clear. Okay, India and US have a very good relationship, and people said, "Oh, Biden was invited for Republic Day parade as a chief guest, but he declined." And
Oh, they say in 4 hours he has to change 2 diapers.
and alternatively,
That's a problem.
yeah, French President Macron was invited, and blah blah blah, and that's the reason India and US don't have a good relationship. That's all not true. Okay, so India and US have a really good relationship, and they are in joint operations on many things, and there's a lot of stuff going on. They're even on the what is that, the trade route that's coming up. They're partners in that. So a lot of things are going on. So the only thing that happened was, there was a hue and cry, big hue and cry about this Pannoon, who's a dreaded terrorist, a wanted terrorist, and he's hiding in the United States, and he's wanted by several agencies across the globe. Actually, this man. And
Means even Canada's Jagmeet Singh is banned from getting into India. His passport is banned. You know that, right?
Exactly. So
because he's a terrorist sympathizer too, so
exactly.
it doesn't mean anything.
But this man himself is not a sympathizer, but is actually a terrorist. He heads the Sikhs for Justice, which is a terrorist organization which is banned in India. So now this man apparently claims that there was an assassination attempt on him. I haven't seen any videos, proof, evidence, nothing, but this is evidence maybe he has shared with the United States FBI or whatever. And then there was some connection between this assassination and an Indian citizen by name Nikhil Gupta. So then this Nikhil Gupta apparently was basically asked by an Indian agent. He's had conversation, and this Indian agent asked Nikhil Gupta to find somebody like an assassin, like somebody in the United States. This is right out of the Hollywood movies. I think Pannoon watches a lot of Hollywood movies when he's hiding, because he's hiding.
Forget about it. Diaper Man also watches.
Yeah. So basically, they said that this particular guy, Nikhil Gupta, engaged a purported assassin in the United States, who was actually an undercover cop, and asked him to go and assassinate this Sikhs for Justice head, Pannoon. And apparently this undercover cop reported that to the FBI. Apparently he was promised $100,000 or something like that. And then they basically, names came out and all that. And Nikhil Gupta is actually residing in Czechoslovakia, and they asked the Czech government to deport him, and that's apparently still on hold. So this is kind of the background, right? So the funny thing is, nothing, again, no evidence has come out of it, and FBI is looking into it. But as far as investigation, it's still on, no evidence, no substantial evidence. Nothing has been shared with the government of either India or Canada. I'm not sure. So, but this whole thing is continuing, this whole investigation and whatever FBI.
Even the most racist organization in the world, the Five Eyes, didn't even share anything. yet.
No, nothing has been shared. No
That's
leaks.
a
No
white
information.
supremacy organization, Five
So
Eyes, for the people who don't know.
anyway, so this is what's going on, and we don't know when the truth is going to come out and what the truth will be. So unfortunately,
Oh, but
India is now being accused by both Canada and the United States of killing one of their citizens, or rather, one instance on a Canadian side, they kind of accused India of killing somebody. On the other instance, in the United States, they're saying that it was an attempted assassination of Pannon.
and
So, so
and yeah,
so India, like the raw research and analysis wing, which is the spy agency of India, was even remotely involved in this. They don't work this way. Okay. So, and you got to listen to some of the ex raw chiefs and whatever ex raw personnel on YouTube, and they'll tell you, explain to you how raw works.
absolutely, absolutely. And you know what? I just to kind of give the information for the viewers. A couple of days back, Niger's closest ally was shot multiple times. He just escaped a murder. Okay, I don't know how and why, but he escaped. You know, and
Correct.
second news is not only U.S. and Canada. Now Pakistan also joined, saying that Indian government is eliminating all the honored citizens of Pakistan. Okay, so this speaks volume. Yeah.
Exactly.
How much this will be a embarrassing moment for Trudeau that you are saying somebody is cooperating. See, it's a very embarrassing. If you are saying Vinay is not cooperating with me, and you are saying no, I am cooperating with you, that is different thing. I am saying no, you are cooperating with me, and you are saying sorry, bye. I am not cooperating with you. It's most embarrassing.
No. The
How do you?
irony is even Jodie Thomas, when she was the NSA, she had claimed that she has traveled to India several times to talk to the Indian government over the killing before Trudeau went public with the allegation. And she has had, again, traveled multiple times, even after the allegation, to kind of work with the Indian authorities and see if they can help and if they can cooperate and whatever and all that. So the thing is, in an interview to CTV News, apparently, again, I'm just quoting from the Wire, and Wire is, we know very well
Wire
that
is a liar.
it's a
Wire was the one which
totally
announced that.
biased. Exactly,
Wire was
totally
the one
biased.
which announced that the U.S. cancelled $4 billion drone deal.
Exactly. So Thomas had apparently said, I wouldn't describe them, India, as not cooperating. Uh, and she said, we have made advancement in the relationship, what we believe has happened. And India understands what we believe has happened. And apparently India was not cooperating, but it has made advancement in the relationship. So she apparently clarified that she never said that they had, they were cooperating. So this is all like hearsay, lies, and whatever, right? This government right now, the Liberal government in Canada, is fully embroiled in lies.
And Vinayji, one last thing from you. We are done with this. Okay, here is a guy like Justin Trudeau or Joe Biden. These guys are pointing fingers at Modi. Okay, and these guys in the West, okay, they cannot even win a municipality election, whereas Modi has the people's mandate in Bharat. It's amazing. He's talking about 400 plus seat. So how much the difference in how much the people power behind them makes a difference, you think?
No, we've already discussed this. I mean, Trudeau's popularity is dwindling, and it's in the teens right now. I think it's about 17-18%, if I'm not mistaken. And uh, compared to the conservatives, they're almost about 20-point, 20-point lead. Conservatives have a 20-point lead over the Liberals. Okay, and Justin Trudeau, people have asked this question. The surveys have asked if who is going to be the prime minister, the next prime minister, and you will see, the number of people who voted for Justin Trudeau is way less. Okay, and all the allegations that the Conservative Party, the opposition, initially, like right from, I think, he's been in power since what, 2012, 2013, and ever since then they've been hurling a lot of accusations, right? That Trudeau did this, Trudeau did that, and whatever. The problem is, these things, these accusations, these allegations are now becoming a reality. Okay, conservatives said, what is it? The Liberal Party, the Trudeau, and all that. They went to this island, this Aga Khan Island, and they brought a lot of gifts and all that. But that was a hearsay at the time. But now we know that's a fact, right? So, and then conservative accused them of other stuff, and now the facts are coming out. So every step,
Gundayism on the roads of the Canada, theft on roads of Canada. Yep.
Right. So basically, the unfortunate part is, like, the all the allegations that the opposition hurled against the Liberals and Trudeau are all true.
Absolutely. And in that way, he is truthful for all.
But again, I mean, like, if you just to add to that, if you look at the same thing, if you want to compare in India, right? There has not, I mean, opposition tried every single thing, everything possible to.
Not only opposition, that Justin Trudeau, the white supremacist Justin Trudeau, along with Kalistani buddy, he was trying to dismantle the Indian government.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they heard a lot of accusations that what is it? Indian government, the BJP is corrupt, and there was this Rafale deal, helicopter deal, and this deal, that deal. But guess what? It went to the Supreme Court. Investigating agencies investigated, went to the Supreme Court. They had judges appointed to have unbiased, investigation, and none of it came true. So
Absolutely.
The fact of the matter is, today the BJP government is so popular under the leadership of Narendra Modi is because they're honest, they're transparent, and they've done a lot of development activities in the country.
Absolutely, and they have taken the economy in India is so booming and blooming and growing, and now he has said that he's going to be. PM Modi has said today that it is going to be third largest economy in the world. And Vinayji, thank you very much for joining us and answering all the questions, and appreciate you are always add so much value and wisdom to the show. Appreciate it, and looking forward to talking to you very soon. Till then, Jai Sri Ram to you and all the viewers. Jai Sri Ram.
Thank you.